Good day everyone, you are welcome to our channel. On this tutorial video we'll be looking at algebraic processes. Specifically we'll be looking at simplification and substitution. Alright, so let's just glance down straight to it. Use of letters. We know that algebra uses letters of the alphabet to represent general numbers. So the easiest way of dealing with letters that represent numbers is to imagine that a letter stands for a particular number. So the examiner is simply trying to do is to hide that number. Then they are trying to say, okay, whether to, this is more of logical reasoning, and it's not a big deal at all. This is a typical algebraic expression. Where you have the variable, the unknown there is what we call the variable, the letters. And whatever is in front of the variable is what we refer to as the coefficients. And also we have constant, just like we have 3. 3 is constant everywhere. So we should be able to know that this is a typical algebraic expression. This is a 2-term algebraic expression. We can have 3 terms, we can have 4 terms, depending binomial, polynomials, and so on and so forth. All right, so but what I just want us to excuse me, to know is that we have that algebraic expressions. Whenever you see them, how do we identify them? We identify by looking at a variable which is an unknown that is usually introduced to them. So it's very easy. For my elementary maths, we must have been introduced to algebraic expressions. So let's just look at some few questions. Let's just play with some few. While we're in maybe in our elementary classes, there is a way they brought some of these, introduced us to algebraic expressions, that just to have a refresher course. Look at a question like this. Said the perimeter of a rectangle is 20 meters and the length is x. Here you see, instead of them to tell us the exact length, they are using letters. So that's what the picture of what an algebra is all about. So we have to find the area of the rectangle in terms of x. So whenever you see a question like this, you should know that this is a question that has to do with algebra. All right, so how do we do this? Of course, we know that this is a rectangle, and whenever you have a rectangle, of course, we have your length, you have your breadth. All right, so and we are told that the perimeter. So the perimeter is distance around the shape, right? Okay, so if this is my starting point, if I'm moving around this particular shape, and I'm moving towards this way, so I move a length. Okay, I can see a length. I move downward this way, I can see plus breadth. You begin to add all the distances we have covered together. This is another length that I moved, plus another L. Then you move back to your starting point. This is another B. All right, so you see that the perimeter is actually 2L plus 2B. So the perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2B. Okay, so now the question is now saying that they say one of the length is actually x. Okay, we gave us x. We have to find the area. Of course, area of a rectangle is length times breadth. So, but I know the perimeter. I was told the perimeter is 20. So what they mean is that 20 is equals to 2L plus 2B, because that's the formula for perimeter. But I was told that L is equals to x. So if I substitute that, I'm going to have 20 is equals to 2x plus 2b. All right, so I'm trying to get my b because I need b to find the area. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to have 20 minus x, minus 2x rather, excuse me, is equals to 2b. All right, so to get my b is going to be 20 minus 2x all divided by 2. So if you do that correctly, we are going to have b to be equals to 10 minus x, because this 2 is going to divide. I believe you understand what I'm doing. How do I get this? It's going to be b is going to be 20 divided by 2 minus 2x divided by 2. So these 2 cancel these 2. 2 here, 1, 2 here is 10. So I have my b to be equals to 10 minus x. All right. So of course, maybe cm. I also noticed something that sorry, I didn't really take note of this. I saw that the unit is not the same. We have to convert this 20 cm, I mean 20 meters to cm. You multiply by 100 so that you have a 200 cm. Okay, if that is factored into this matter, you will see that where we are having 20 is going to be 200, is going to be 200. So this is going to be 100. So finally, this is wrong. This is going to be b is equals to 100 minus x. Of course, this is now in cm. If we factor in that particular expression. So the question is saying we should find area. So if my b is equals to 100 minus x and my L is equals to x, then of course my area is going to give me x multiplied by 100 minus x. All right, so and if we do this, we are going to have 100x minus x squared cm squared. All right, so you see, in terms of x, this is what we are going to have. You see, this is just algebra. This is just what is all about. We are just giving things to play. Look at another question very quickly. This is just a refresher course on the word problems regarding algebra. It's not really the main thing, but it's just to give us a perspective on how questions can be, can be set on this kind of expression. So in this case also, we have the perimeter to be this, and we also have one side of it to be still a rectangle. So if I sketch that rectangle, for example, if I have something like this, all right. So one length, you say, is equals to 2x. Let's assume it is this part, that is 2x plus 4. Okay, and I know the perimeter. The perimeter is equals to this. All right, so I don't know this side. Of course, this place also is going to be 2x plus 4, and here is also going to be L. Okay, so what we are given that the perimeter, which is P, which happens to be 2L plus 2B, is equals to 6x plus 4. All right, so what does that mean? I can easily say 6x plus 4 is equals to 2 into maybe the side I'm giving, 2x. I'm trying to get my b, so that's what I'm doing, plus 2b. Okay, if you do this, you're going to have 6x plus 4 is equals to 4x plus 8. This, if you open this, you're going to have 4x plus 8, then plus 2b. All right, so I want to make 2b the subject. So I want every other thing to move to this side. So I have 6x minus 4x. I'm collecting the like terms at the same time. Then I have 4, then minus 8. Okay, so when we do this, we are going to have 2x minus 4 is equals to 2b. So to get my b, I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So I have 2x minus 4 divided by 2. Okay, so to get my b, I have 2x divided by 2 minus 4 divided by 2. This cancel this. 2 here 1, 2 here is 2. So my b is equals to x minus 2. Okay, so you see we are able to have the other side to be x minus 2. So the area, of course, in terms of x, area is now going to be length times breadth. All right, so the length that we have is 2x plus 4, and the breadth that we just gotten is x minus 2. So how do we multiply this? You see, we expand this bracket. So this one is going to also multiply this and this like that. So we are still going to look at how to do this, but just to refresh us, it's going to be 2x times x. That will give us 2x squared. 2x times minus 2 is going to give us minus 4x. And 4 times x is going to give us plus 4x. And we have 4 times minus is going to give us minus 8. All right, so if we do this, we are going to have 2x squared minus 4x plus 4x. That's gone. That's going to give us, that's 0 actually, that's 0. Minus 4x plus 4x is 0. So which is finally we can go factorize and have x squared minus 4. Of course, the unit is cm, so it's going to be cm squared. So in terms of x, this is what we are having. I believe we have understanding this. This is just to just bring back those old days, what our teacher used to teach us when it comes to algebra. So I believe we understand this. This is something very easy in terms of x. We are asked to just do this. We are given the perimeter, so that's why we equated the perimeter to be equals to this. So in the perimeter, one of the length is 2x plus 4. That's why we have it here. Then we simply find 2b. Simply look for what 2b is. And when you do that, when you substitute this, you are going to have, of course, these two multiplying this. That's 4x plus 8. So you make 2b the subject. That's what I have done here. Then we have 6x minus 4x. Then I collected the like terms. And of course, 4 minus 8. Then we have 2x minus 4. To get b, divide both sides by 2. All right. And that gave us x minus 2 as our b. So to find the area is length times breadth. Of course, we already have our one side, which is L, assumably. So, and our b, which is x minus 2. So we multiply these two together. We are going to have our area. So thanks for watching. We are still going to look at more questions as we move forward in this particular journey. So please stay with us. This is algebraic process. We are just starting. This is our first video on this. I believe we are understanding it. We are going to do more. There is so much for us on this particular topic, and I believe we are going to enjoy it. See you in our next video. Thank you. Hello everyone. You are welcome to our channel. We are on algebraic processes, simplification and substitution. This is the second video we'll be doing on this very topic. I want us to stay tuned and follow us even as we take you through the different processes regarding this particular topic. Initially, I want us to see that simplification has to do with grouping. For us to be able to know how to group, to simplify, we must know how to group very well. And when you are grouping, there are expressions that we refer to as like terms. So for example, expressions such as 2x, x, 1 over 3x, and minus 5x are called like terms, or terms in x. Since they are all in terms, they are all terms in x, so we say that they are like terms. Expressions containing a number of like terms can be simplified by grouping them together. So this is very important. One of the things we must learn how to do is to identify like terms. Because when you find it difficult to identify like terms, then you will not be able to simplify. In fact, algebraic expression will become very difficult because 2x and 2x squared are not like terms because their power, you see, one is in term of x, one is in term of x squared. So you see, they are not like terms. So we must be able to understand it. So let's just look at how do we simplify by grouping. All right, looking at these two questions, you can actually simplify by grouping. Okay, so what do? We just look at the ones that are like terms. On this, my left hand side, we see 2a. Any other a, yes, we can see another 8a. Then we see b, so we bring them together. So we have 2a minus 8a. You collect the like terms like that. So we have minus 3b plus 5b. All right, so this is 2a minus 8a. I know student does not have problem with this. They can easily get this. 2a minus 8a. And some of you, I don't know if some of you are having issues on how to solve this. You can easily say, okay, for example, I want us to see 2 is common to both, but that's not even going to give. I think it's just look at the constant, look at these two constants, and just do the justice. So this is 2 minus 8. Negative means you are owing somebody, positive means is your own. So this is actually positive 2. So you are simply saying plus 2 minus 8. Plus 2 minus 8. You are owing somebody 8 naira and you have 2 naira. Alright, if the person force you to pay him or her, that means despite that you have paid the 2 naira, you still be owing additional 6 naira, right? So this is another way you can actually navigate through this. So we have that 2a minus 8a is going to give you negative 6. Then you just simply repeat the a that is common to both of them. Another way you can do this, let's just finish this one, then I will show you another way you can simplify this. Then we also have minus 3 plus 5. You are owing 3 naira, you have 5 naira. If you pay the 3 naira you are owing, you will be left with 2 naira. Okay, so this is going to give us plus what now? Plus 2b. Okay, and this is the final answer because they are no longer like terms. Unless you want to hide the negative, I can also say the same thing as saying 2b minus 6a. So we can have it. Then I was actually saying something. If you have an expression of 2a minus, let's say 8a, what do we do? You see that a is common to them. If you bring out a, you open your bracket. If you divide this one by a, you'll be left with 2 minus. If you divide 8a by a, you'll be left with 8. So you see clearly from the bracket that you are having a, and you can, of course, you can use your calculator to punch this. And of course, this is a very simple arithmetic. This is just 2 minus 8. Of course, 8 is bigger than 2. So the one with the biggest number, their sign will take the dominance. That's another way to look at it. Or you can also look at it this way. This is positive. When the sign is not showing in front, it means it's positive. You have 2 naira, you are owing 8 naira. Okay, so if you pay the person the 2 naira, you say, okay, so you still have an outstanding of negative 6 that you are still owing. So this one is going to give you minus 6a. You see, this is another way to look at this. All right, so let's look at the second question. In this one, we can see like terms of r. This is another r. I can see t, I can see t, I can see s. So let's bring them together. I have r, okay. Then I also have minus 4r. Then I have minus 3s. Bring another s, plus 10s. Then I have minus 3t. Then plus 8t. Okay. So when we do this, you are going to have r minus 4r. How do you do that again? So you simply say, anytime you see a letter like this, just assume there is 1 in front. Assume there is 1 in front. This is going to help you to be able to simplify. So we will be able to identify the constant like that. So it's like 1 minus 4. Do you see now? Of course, that's going to give you minus 3. Then just write back the r that is common to two of them. Then in this case also we have minus 3s plus 10s. You see now? So just look at the constant. Minus 3 plus 10. You have 10 naira. You are owing 3 naira depending on the currency of your country. If it's dollars, you can say you are owing $10. You have $10. You are owing $3. So when you pay back the $3, of course you are still going to be left with $7 or naira, or pounds, or depending on your country's currency. So particularly I'm using naira now because I'm from Nigeria, of course. All right. So this is 10s. Then this is minus 3s. So if you do this, you are going to have positive 7s because when you pay back this 3 naira, of course, you are still going to be left with 7 naira that is yours. Then the same thing is applicable to this. This is minus 3t plus 8t. So that is going to give us a positive 5t. You see, this is by grouping. You simply just group them together and you should simplify. I believe we are understanding. There's nothing you can do to this anymore because I can't see any like terms again. I believe we understand this. This should not be difficult at all for us. This will be something that we should be able to crack. I believe one of the things we must also understand is how to simplify things like minus 3r plus 5r. Just look at the constants. This is going to give you 3 plus 5, that's 8. Then repeat the r, just like that. So if you have 10a, then plus 7a, okay, just pay attention to the constant, minus 10 and 7. So you can even say this is minus 10 plus 7. So just look at it very critically, okay? Don't get confused. Minus means you are owing, positive means it's yours. So if you are owing 10 naira, you have 7 naira. Of course, when you pay back the person, you say, oh, I don't have the whole money, but I have 7 naira. So take the 7 naira now. Meaning what your balance will be what? Negative 3. You are still going to be owing the person 3 naira or $3 or 3 pounds, depending on the currency. So you see, when you look at it in this angle, you can easily get the answer. So it's going to be 3 minus 3. Then the a that is common to them, just write it. So you see, it's very easy. It's something we should be able to know. If they like, let them join 4 together. Just for example, let's assume I have minus 10, then I have plus 5, then I have minus 7 again. Okay, so just look at it holistically. Look at it. That means you are owing 2 persons. You see, I'm having negative, that is 2. Then I have only 5 naira. For example, now, so I'm owing somebody 10 naira. I'm owing another person 7 naira. So my total debt is going to be negative 17. Is that not? Yes, it's going to be negative 17. So out of this negative 17, the only amount I can afford is 5. So if I paid 5 out of the 17, then I'm still going to be owing 12 naira. I'm still going to be owing 12 naira. So when we are using this money issue of factorization, you will discover that you will be able to get the correct answer accordingly. So thanks for watching. We are going to go to another subtopic, but we are still having problems regarding how to simplify simple algebraic expressions like this. Basically, we are looking at solving them by grouping. You just group the like terms together, then you simplify. Please just draw the let me have our comment on the comment section, so that we can look at it again and probably do another video on how we can make this easier for us. All right, thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are still on algebraic processes, simplification and substitution. This is what we have been discussing. This particular video, we are going to be looking at how to remove brackets, that is expansion. So without wasting much time, let me just take us through some examples. When you are given a question such as this, so how do you, this question actually is saying that we should remove brackets and that we should simplify. Okay, so how do we do this? Whenever you have or you come across a question like this, what exactly are we to do? All right, so without wasting time, the first thing I want you to see is that there is a bar that is on top of this particular one. That bar is signifying another bracket. So in other words, another way to write this question is by saying 3 minus open bracket a minus open another bracket 5 minus 6a, close the bracket, then close the bracket. You see, this bar is simply another bracket. So this is, I call it bracket inside a bracket. All right. So how do we do this? You just take your time. It's not hard at all. Just follow the process, the principle. This is A. First of all, deal with the bracket inside. How do we open this bracket? This minus sign is going to multiply everything inside. In fact, assume this is minus 1. Just assume this is negative 1, so that it will be easier for you to just multiply through. All right, so when you do that, it's going to be minus 1 times 5. Of course, that's going to give me minus 5. Then minus times minus is going to give you plus. Then minus 1 times 6a is going to give me, that's, okay, minus I've taken its root, so we have 6a. Then we close the bracket. Can we say this? So let's go again. This is minus 1 times 5, give us minus 5. Minus times minus is plus. 1 times 6a gave us 6a. All right. So the next thing to do again is to use another, look at another minus, assume is minus 1. It's going to multiply through this bracket again. All right, so you are going to have minus a plus 5 minus 6a. So this is what you are going to have. Then you collect like terms, all the ones that are constant, bring them together. The ones that are like terms, of course, you bring them together. So we simply collect like terms. Let me just write it here. You collect like terms, terms that are alike. You bring them together. All right, when you do this, you are going to have 3 plus 5. Of course, they are like terms. Both of them are constants. Then we have minus a minus 6a. All right. So when you do this, you are going to have 8. Now this is minus a minus 6a. Just assume there is 1. Whenever you have an expression like, just always assume there is 1. So it's simply minus 1 minus 6. You are owing somebody 1 naira. You are still owing another person 6 naira. So your total debt is going to be 7. So that means you are having minus 7. So then just repeat the common letter that they have, and this is going to be the answer. So just like I keep telling us, this is a part that most students normally have challenges. So but please, I want you to be, if you don't use naira, use the factorization own. I think that will help us. Maybe I should just put more emphasis on the factorization. Maybe that may help someone. If I have minus a minus 6a, for example, I can see that a is common to both. So bring a out, then open a bracket. What are you doing when you open a bracket? You are simply using what you have brought out to divide each of these terms. For example, you are saying minus a divided by a. When you cut this, you are going to have minus 1. So you are going to have minus 1 here. Then there is a negative. So 6a again. Because you brought out a, use it to divide it. What you are left now is 6. Okay. So you can see clearly now that this is minus 1 minus 6. So which is minus 7. So of course this is product. We have a multiplied by minus 7, which is going to give us minus 7a. I believe this is also going to help us. Let's look at another question. Look at this. We have a question like this. What do? We have to remove the bracket first. So when you use this to open the bracket, you are going to have 4 times r. That will give you 4r. Okay. Minus 12s. Then minus 12t. All right. Then you have minus 4r. Then we have plus 10s. Then we also have plus 8t. See, I've used this minus 2 to open this bracket, and I've also used this 4 to remove this bracket. So how do I do that? I was using minus 2 to multiply everything inside this bracket, including the sign that they carry. So that's why you can see minus 4r. That's why you can see plus, because this minus multiplied this minus, then it made it to be positive. Then 2 times 5, which is 10. And of course, we have 2 times 8. 2 times 4, which is 8. Then t. All right. So what do I do now? I collect like terms. I collect the like terms. The terms that are the same in terms of the letter they carry. And the power of that letter is very important. So we have 4r. Which other r can you see? You can see another 4r, which is carrying negative sign. Okay. Then I have minus, the next one is 12s. Can I see another s? Yes, I can see plus 10s. All right, which other one can I see? I can see negative 12t. And I can see plus 8t. Okay, so I've actually grouped them. Okay, so this is 4r minus 4r. What's that going to give us? That's 0, right? So we have 4r minus 4r. You can see obviously what is common to them is 4r, right? So if I bring out 4r as the factor, if I divide this one by 4r, I'm going to have 1. Divide this one by 4, I'm going to have 1. So I'm having 4r. 1 minus 1 is 0. And 0 multiplied by anything, 4r multiplied by 0 is going to give you 0. So these two actually became 0. Then I have minus 12 plus 10. Minus 12 plus 10. That's going to give you minus 2s. You understand now? So this is holding 12, you have 10. So of course, if you give 10, you still be holding 2. That's why it's carrying negative. The same thing to this. Minus 12 plus 8. You are holding 12, you have 8 naira. If you pay the 8 naira, you still be having an outstanding of 4, which is 40. Do you see that? All right. So I believe that is well understood. I believe there is no challenge for now. Everybody should be able to solve this. I'm also trying as much as I can to not to be too fast and to be steady, and also to try and show some hidden things that I believe students normally have challenges on. All right, so let's look at more questions. Look at this one again. This is question 3 now. So it's simply asking us to, of course, remove the bracket. So this 4x is going to open this. So if you are going to have 4x multiplied by 3x. How do we do this? Constant will multiply constant. Unknown will multiply unknown. So 4 times 3, that's 12. X times x is x squared. The same thing is this. 4 will multiply 2. That's minus because of the sign. We have minus 8. Then x will multiply y. That will give us xy. Do you understand? So x times y is going to be xy. So that's very important. We need to know that. Then we are through with this bracket. Now we are here. 5 is going to multiply. Okay, there is 1 in front. So just like what I used to say, this is a plus 5 xy. Then we are having 5 times 3 plus 15. That's 15y squared, because y times y. Then of course we have minus 7xy that was outside. All right, so let's collect like terms. Any letter that you see that are the same, identical, you bring them together. So I have 12x squared. I can see minus 8xy. I can also see plus 5xy. I can see minus 7xy. Then plus 15y squared. Okay, so when we do this very quickly, we have 12x squared. All right, so this is negative 8, positive 5. You know, that's going to give me negative what? Negative 3. Negative 3, negative 7, that's negative 10. Negative 10xy, we repeat what they have in common, plus 15y squared. All right, and this is going to be our answer. Do you have any question? The way I did this? Are you confused? Okay, if you are confused, let's just look at it this way. Just look at, behave as if the xy is not existing. So just look at the constant. You have minus 8, you have 5, then you have plus 7. See? It's as if you have brought out the xy. Let it stay out. So when you do this, you see, this, you are going to see it clearly. In fact, you can add this and this. This is 12, right? Now, let's look at that again. No, okay, no, sorry, this is negative. This is not, this is negative. Okay, so if I do, from the question is negative. So if I do minus 8 plus 4, plus 5, I'm holding 8 naira. I'm holding 8 naira, I have 5 naira. If I pay this person my 5 naira, I will still be holding the person 3 naira. All right, then I'm holding another person 7 naira. You see? So my total debt is going to be 10. It's going to be 10. Now multiply by my xy that is common to them. So we are going to have negative 10 xy. You see, that's how I got this this particular middle expression. So I believe we are getting this. This is how we solve problems like this. How to remove brackets. It's not something difficult at all. It's something that we should be able to do. All right, so thanks for watching our video. We are still going to continue as we look at how to expand brackets. We are going to be teaching you how do you expand brackets, whether 2 or 3 more brackets that you are given depending on what the examiner wants. We'll be looking at how to remove brackets. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like and share. And please drop your comment in the comment section so that we can have feedbacks from you. As you are doing that, you are encouraging us, and you are also helping us to make improvements where necessary. So thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Hello everyone, good to have you again. I believe our day has been good. Right, so before us, we have been discussing algebraic processes. We've been looking at simplification and substitution. Today, specifically, we'll be looking at how to expand expansion of brackets. So when you are given two or more brackets, how do you expand them? So that's what we'll be teaching us. So without wasting much of our time, let's just get down to what we have. We're going to be solving a series of examples. For example, this is the first one. We have to expand and simplify. So when we have a question like this, what do we do? How do we go about it? All right, so it's very simple. It's not something difficult. I want us to just understand something which I may call it code. I want you to know that constant will multiply constant. We multiply constant. And letters will multiply letters. So this is very important that I want us to note, that whenever you are expanding, you make sure that the constant multiply constant and letter multiply letter. And also I want to tell you this, that if x is multiplying y, the answer is simply xy. If x is multiplying x, of course this is indices can be applicable to this. This is x squared. Okay. If y is multiplying y, this is y squared, not 2y. Okay, you only have 2y when you are adding, but this is multiplication. So if I have y multiplied by y squared, it's going to give you y cubed. See, this is indices. Indices is saying that if you have a common base that is the same, you simply add their powers. So that's why we are having this. We'll later look at this as we progress. But in this case, how do we solve this? We are going to have 2k minus 7 is multiplying 4k plus 5. Okay, so I like bringing out one of what we have inside one of the first bracket, then repeat the second one. This is actually a good one because it helps you not to jump. It helps you not to make a mistake. There are some mistakes that are avoidable. When you do this, you'll be able to quickly see your area of error, if there is any, rather than using your eyes. Some people can use their eyes and take it straight. Yeah, we have people like that. But for those of us that are starters and that are just coming up, I think I will advise, particularly I like doing it this way, despite that I can multiply straight, but I like just being careful and representing my expression carefully so that the examiner will not have any area to penalize me. Alright, so how do I do this? You see, this 2k is going to multiply everything inside this bracket. That's what I've expressed here. Then this negative 7 is also going to multiply everything inside this bracket, and that's what I've expressed here also. Alright, so the next thing I will do now is to start multiplying. So constant multiply constant, letter multiplies letter. So this is going to be 2 times 4, that's going to give me 8. K times k, that will give me k squared. Can we see that? Alright, then 2 times, this is my sign, positive. 2 times 5 is going to give me 10. There is no letter here, so this k will just stay because it could not have its own kind to multiply with, so it will just appear like that. Alright, so minus 7 times 4, that's 28. I have 28. Now 28 k, there is no, this k will just appear, none of its kind. Alright, then negative, you'll be very careful with the sign, especially negative. Negative will first of all affect the sign inside, that will turn it to negative. Then 7 times 5 is going to give us 35. Alright, just a very quick one. Negative times negative is going to give us positive. Negative times positive is still going to give us negative. Positive times negative is still going to give us negative. Positive multiplied by positive is going to give us positive. This is very important. It's only when negative multiply itself that is going to change. If it's negative is multiplying positive or positive is multiplying negative, it's still going to be negative. Alright, so what do? We simplify this. Look at the like terms. I can see 8k square. Is there anything that carry k square again? No. So no, we can't have it. There, but we have kk. So these are like terms. 10, 28. Alright, so you are owing 28, you have 10. So when you pay 10, you still be owing, right? You'll be owing 18. Okay, you have 18k. Negative 35. Negative 35. And this is the answer. There is nothing else we can do, of course, unless we want to factorize, and but that's not what we are asked to do now. We are just asked to expand and simplify. So this is the how far we can go. All right, so let's look at this one very quickly also. This is another question. We have 2d plus e multiplying 3d plus e. All right, very quickly, we are going to have 2d plus e, and we have 3d plus e. All right, so let's open it the way we used to open it. We have 3d plus e, then plus e into 3d plus e. All right, so that this is very good. We will not be making mistakes. And in fact, the mistake will be avoidable. Now, look at this is 3 times 2, that's 6. D times d, that will give us d squared. Okay, 2 times nothing, we can't see it, so put it. It's just like there is 1, just like normally tell us. So it's going to give me 2. 2 times 1 is 2. D times e is going to give you ed or de. I like following the alphabetical order, right? You get to d before you get to e when you are writing the alphabet. So it's good you write it in alphabetical order. All right, so this is another 3. Okay, this is multiplying this 3 times e. There is as if there is no 1 here, so just put it 1. This is 3. If the constant does not have its kind, it will just appear. Just like if the unknown does not have its kind, it will just appear. So just know that. Then e multiplying d again, that will give us de. Okay, then plus e multiplied by e, of course, that will give us e squared. That's very important. Please, let's get familiar with that. So we have 6d squared. Okay, I'm having the same. You see, these are like terms, de, de. So you just check what is the constant in front of them. This is 2 added to 3. So just simply say, okay, that's 5 de, then plus e squared. All right, so and this is going to give us our final answer. All right, this is going to give us our final answer. I believe we are understanding this and we are enjoying the video. Let's take more questions. This is another one. This one simply is telling us to also expand, but they have squared it, so there's no big deal. They are just telling us that this bracket has been repeated. Okay, so this is this minus 5y. Okay, that's the meaning of that square. All right, so what do we do again? We square, then we open it, right? We have 2x minus 5y. Okay, then minus 5y into 2x minus 5y. Okay, can we be faster now? All right, I think we are gaining mastery. We have x squared minus 10xy. Okay, then minus this is another 10xy. Positive 5 times 5 is 25 y squared. All right, so this is going to give us 4x squared. If you do minus 10, that's minus 20. You are owing 2 persons 10 naira. That's minus 20. Then plus 25 y squared. All right, so is there any like terms? No. The only like term you are able to see is this and this, which we have already addressed. This is negative 10, negative 10. So you are owing 10 naira. You are also owing 10 naira. So your total debt is 20. All right. So we have 20xy. All right, I believe we are understanding this, and this is the final answer concerning this particular problem. Then another thing I want us to be careful, the likely mistakes students normally make. They normally say it's the same thing as saying 2x minus 5y, then 2x plus 5y. No, please, this is very wrong. This is not correct. This is not difference of two squares. So what the examiner is saying, that this very bracket is repeated. Repeat it. The same bracket is multiplying itself. Just like when you say x squared, it simply means x times x, right? The same thing multiplying each other. So it's the same way you are going to look at this one. If it's 2x minus 5y and it's being squared, they are simply saying that this same thing multiplying each other to multiplying each other. So we have 2x minus 5y, and we also have 2x minus 5y. So this is how you express it. I believe we are enjoying this as we move gradually. Thanks for watching our video. Please share, subscribe, and like, and drop your comments in the comment section. As you are doing that, you are being encouraged. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video. Good day, everyone. You are welcome to our channel once again. We are continuing in this very topic, algebraic process, simplification and substitution. In this very top video, we'll be looking at how to find coefficients in a given expression. Alright, so let's get down to this. Please, for those of you that are joining for the first time or coming across our video for the first time, please, we've started this. This should be the third video or so. Please kindly just go through our channel and find other videos. I believe you are going to enjoy them. So let's just get down straight to this. So what do we mean by coefficient? I think that's one thing we need to know. Very, very important. We need to know what coefficients are in a particular given expression. So probably, yes, we are going to be using question to answer that very question. We are going to use question to answer it. Yes, by the time we solve one question or two or three, I believe we understand what coefficient is all about. All right, so let's look at this very question. We have to find the coefficient of x squared. All right, so whenever we talk about the coefficient, we are simply saying what is the number in front of the term or expression in concern. In this case, the expression of concern is x squared. So we are saying that what is going to be the number what's going to be the number that is going to be in front of x squared. All right, so for you to be able to do that, you see that looking at the question, you can't even see x squared there. So it's not something you can just use your eyes to pick. First and foremost, you have to expand these brackets, then simplify when necessary, and then you now look for x squared. Whenever you find x squared, then you now check what is in front of x squared, then that will give you its coefficient. All right, so let's quickly do that. In this particular example, we have x plus 1, okay, multiplying 2x minus 3, all right, then added to x minus 4 squared. All right, so let's expand this. Okay, the way we used to expand the bracket, we have x, 2x minus 3 plus 1 into 2x minus 3. Okay, that's just for these two brackets. Then of course we have plus. This is square, just like what we did in the previous example. It's going to be this also. So let's just do everything once. Let's do it once and just close this matter as soon as possible. Okay, so this is this 2x minus 3. Okay, so plus. I can also bring x out here to multiply x minus 4, then minus 4 into x minus 4. All right, so let's just expand this. So x times x, you see there is no constant, so it will just appear. So that's going to be 2, but x, I've seen its kind. X times x, x squared. minus, this is going to give us 3x. Okay, this is going to give us plus 2x, and this is going to give us minus 3. This is plus x squared minus 4x, okay, minus 4x plus 16. Right. For those of us that are very smart, you know what the examiner just asks is the coefficient of x squared. So if I'm collecting the like terms, I simply just look at x squared. You see, I can see, so when I bring it together, I can just get it. But just for the sake of this tutorial, let's just simplify everything further so that we can see at a glance. But for me, I can just pick it straight from here. But let's simplify. Let's collect like terms. So we have 2x squared plus x squared. I'm collecting like terms. Then I have minus 3x plus 2x. Okay. I have minus 4x minus 4x. I have minus 3 plus 16. Alright, so usually sometimes I count to be sure I've picked them complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So I normally do that just to be sure I did not leave anyone. So this is 2x squared plus x. So what are you going to x squared? What are we going to get? That was going to give us 3x squared. I believe we understand that. So in case you are confused, if you have 2x squared added to x squared, what is common is x squared. So if you bring it out, you are going to have 2 plus 1. I told you when you are bringing anything out, you are simply using it to divide each of these. So when you do that, you are going to have x squared bracket 3. So that is 3x squared. All right. Now this you have minus 3 plus 2. Of course, that's giving minus 1x, right? That's minus x minus 4 minus 5 minus 5 minus 4 minus 9. So you're having minus 9x. Then minus 3 plus 16. You have 16 naira. You are owing 3 naira. So you can easily give back the person's 3 naira. Then you'll be left with 13 naira. Alright, so this is positive 13 because it's your money. Alright, so what is the examiner asking us to do? It's simply telling us to find the coefficient of x squared. And from what is the coefficient of x squared? Coefficient is simply a number in front of the number of concern. In this case, this is our number of concern. The coefficient of x squared here will be 4. If I have 7x, the coefficient of x here will be positive 7. If I have minus x, the coefficient of x here will be negative 1. You see, these are some of the things we need to know. If I have minus xy, I have minus xy, let me say minus 7xy. And I'm asked to find the coefficient of y. When you single out y, whatever you can see will be the coefficient of y. Alright, so what do we have here? Minus 7x. So in this case, we are going to have it as minus 7x to be the coefficient of y. So it's very simple to note. In this case, the coefficient of x squared here, we can see clearly that is positive 3. So the coefficient of x squared is going to give us a positive 3. Alright, I believe we understand this. That's very good. Let's just move on to another. Let's see another question. This is something similar to what we have just done. The first thing to do is to open the brackets. Alright, so we have very quickly, can we rush this? We have a 3n plus 4, okay, and we have n plus 3t, okay, minus 3 into n minus 2t, close the bracket, open another one, we have n minus 4t. Alright, So what do? We open it. So we have 3n into n plus 3t, then plus 4 into n plus 3t. Okay, then we have minus 3. I would like to put this into n minus 4t. Then we have minus 2t into n minus 4t. Okay, so we close this so that we'll be careful because of this 3, so that it can have its place alongside. So what we have when we open this bracket, we are going to have 3n times n is going to give us 3n squared. Okay, plus 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. N times n is going to give us, n times t will give us nt. Okay, plus 4n plus 12t. All right, minus 3. Let's deal with this first. I'm having n squared. Okay, minus 4nt. Okay, then we have minus 2nt plus 8t squared. Okay, so that negative is going to work on it. We are going to have 3n squared plus 9nt plus 4n plus 12t. So this minus 3 now is going to start acting. Minus 3n squared plus 12nt plus 6nt minus 24 t squared. All right, the question asks us to find n squared. So let's just look at those variables with n squared. These are two. There are only two that is carrying n squared. So that you not waste time, it's just 3n squared. Okay, you bring this one out also, which is minus 3n squared. All right, so this is what we are able to see as the coefficient. So when we do this, of course, 3n squared minus n squared is going to give us 0. So the coefficient of n squared here is n squared is not going to have any coefficient. We are able to see 0, because when you simplify this, we see that n squared happens to be knocked off from this particular thing. So there is no coefficient for n squared. There is no coefficient there's no coefficient for n squared, because from what we can see, we discovered that the square is out. So the only terminology or the products that produce n squared is this one, this side, and this area here. Okay, so and this is what we can see. So it's negative. It's actually negative. So and this one is positive. So we see that there is no coefficient of n squared. I believe we enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see you in another video. Probably maybe we should take one or more questions before we go to the next one. But I believe there's no problem. Everybody should be able to find coefficient of any number depending on what the examiner wants. So just for emphasis sake again, if I have minus 4t, the coefficient of t here is going to be minus 4. If I have minus 3xyz and I'm asking for the coefficient of z, when you single z out, what can you see? I can see minus 3xy. So that will be the coefficient of z and or z. So that's just how it is being played about. If I have, for example, again minus 10 x y squared, the coefficient of y squared will be all of this. If you just single out, just remove that thing, then whatever you can see will be the coefficient. So this is going to be minus 10x will be the coefficient of y squared. I believe we have enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned to our channel as we bring more interesting, more problems and solutions to us. Please drop comment in the comment section, and also like, share, and subscribe. As you are doing that, you are encouraging us to do more. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.